So we got this new timeline post basically from NCSoft showcasing some of the games they're working on and what will be coming in 2021. Now, the first thing we have is some of the information of the games they released. I mean, Lineage back in 1998. They have all the PC titles here, console, and then mobile. We got Lineage 2003, Ion, can't believe it's over 12 years old now. And then Blade and Soul 2012. If you guys are kind of confused about that, this is of course for when it released in Korea. So in total, it's actually an 8-year-old game, which is pretty crazy. Of course, for the West, Blade and Soul released in January 2016. So it's only 4 years old here, 8 years old total. And then we got Guild Wars 2, 2012. And then you'll see the mobile games. They've released a ton of mobile games. You see they started releasing mobile games back in 2016. And look how many they released so far. They've released over 4 mobile games already. This is in a 3-year period from 2016 to 2019. Where for PC, they released a total of 5 games. And this took well over 10-15 years. So you just see how this is a pretty big deal and how they're really focusing on releasing mobile games way more than they're releasing PC games at a way faster rate. And that's because mobile games have completely taken over the market. They make triple, double, a million times more than the PC titles they have now. I've said it before, if they dropped all their PC titles, they would still be making billions of dollars a year from the mobile titles alone, because it's crazy how much money they make over in Korea. So that's why they're making so many mobile games so quickly. And the sad fact is that's kind of their focus if you look at this here. So you'll see right here, we got Ion 2 coming from mobile. We got Blade and Soul 2 coming from mobile. We got Blade and Soul, again, Blade and Soul SS coming from mobile. 3 titles in a row, all 3 that could be actually really amazing PC games are all for mobile. And this because how big the market is for mobile games. The only PC titles they really have is Fuser, which is going to be a console and PC mix, and then Project TL, which is something that a lot of people have been actually pretty hyped about. It's a PC console hybrid. You can play it on both, kind of like how you can play Black Desert on PC and console, or Final Fantasy 14 on PC or PlayStation. Same type of thing there. Project TL, from what I've read, is kind of based off something like a Lineage, so it's going to be like an upgraded version of that. Again, not much information. It will be made with Unreal Engine 4, so I do believe it's going to be very good. It's going to be a very fun PC game, but it is ran by NCSoft, so probably going to be pretty pay to win. Just keep that in mind. Fuser is actually one that I'm not really interested in. It's actually the soonest title that's going to be coming out from NCSoft. It's going to be dated to be released in November, so literally next month. The problem is basically just like an upgraded Rock Band, so it's from the creators of Rock Band. And you know, hey, I had a lot of fun in Rock Band back in middle school and stuff like that, but I'm more of an MMO fan, so this really has nothing to do with me. I mean, if you liked Rock Band, you want to play an updated version of it, you know, a music game, might be fun, but for me, don't really care anything about it. So that's Fuser for November, soonest title coming out. Then we have Project TL in 2021. Now, the 3 mobile games I'm a little disappointed about because I really feel like these could have been great PC games. Like, imagine Ion 2. Ion desperately needs a new version. I mean, it's totally ran down. The graphics are really showing its age. It runs terrible. The population is completely dead, under 1,000 players. It needs an Ion 2 for PC. And it's so sad that they're not going to be doing that. They're making it for mobile. Like, imagine Ion with the open world flying around with the wings. I used to love doing that, the PvP. I think I played the Gunner class or something like that. I don't even really remember, but it's so long ago. I played this before Blade and Soul released in the West. But I had a lot of fun with it. And imagine that on Unreal Engine 4, a sequel to it. It would be so much fun on PC. I would love it. They're just going straight for the mobile market. And same thing for Blade and Soul. 2 new Blade and Soul titles, so it really shows that they care about the Blade and Soul franchise. It's important to them because they're really building off it, but it really bothers my mind that they won't invest into the PC game of it. The original Blade and Soul, they won't invest into upgrading the engine and making it a better performing game, but they want to build off the titles and make mobile games for it. It really shows to me that they don't really care about the PC title at all. It's just kind of like sitting there. As long as it's profitable, they'll keep it alive. But if it's not anymore, they're just probably going to dump it and get rid of it and just go strictly for mobile, because they clearly don't have any focus on trying to improve the PC version or make any Blade and Soul PC titles in the future, which to me is just, again, really sad. And if you need any more proof or reasoning why they're making so many mobile titles, throwing so much money into making the mobile games versus the PC, it's because of the financial reports. You'll see this is from the second quarter of 2020. This is open to the public, so anyone can look at it. It's not exactly a secret or anything. You can see in Korean money, of course, keep in mind this Korean money, they made 357 billion Korean money for mobile games versus their PC games, which made over 200 billion less. And this was from a significant decline of their mobile gains. Basically, they displayed from Lineage 2 mobile declining a lot. So you see right here, in the first quarter, they made 553 billion versus 113 billion that their PC titles made. So even with this huge drop in money, they're still making 200 billion more from their mobile games. They have no reason whatsoever to invest into their PC titles. Why do that when you could just throw out 10 more mobile titles and just rack up the money? This is a logic from their business, and of course they're a business. They're not caring about making the great quality PC games for the player base. They're caring about how much money they can profit. And this is why their mobile games are going to be king, and why into 2021, 2022, and into the future, you're going to see mostly mobile titles, maybe 1 or 2 PC titles every now and then. And that's NCSoft for you. If you want to play NCSoft games, I'm just going to warn you, they're not going to invest much into their PC games. It's just a fact. We've seen it with Blade and Soul. They're obviously just going to let Ion die. I mean, the game's already dead. They don't care about it. They're not trying to fix it or anything. They're just going to let that game die soon. And then Blade and Soul will probably go the same way in a couple years. So yeah, I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, if you want to play their PC games, keep in mind that they're not going to get really much invested into them. The only exception I will say is Guild Wars 2, and that's because ArenaNet is actually managing it, where NCSoft is actually just running Lineage 2, Ion, and Blade and Soul. Guild Wars 2 is the only exception because ArenaNet has made that game not pay to win and kept it actually afloated, even though they had a lot of employees getting fired and everything like that. They lost a lot of people in the past couple of years because of the game not making as much money as it used to. But that game has stayed non-pay to win, which is a great thing. So kudos to ArenaNet. And they have a new expansion next year, which I will be checking out. So that is the only exception. Honestly, at this point, I would love to also see a Guild Wars 3 come out for PC on Unreal Engine 4. I think that would be freaking amazing. But we'd have to see what NCSoft does because, again, it's not a mobile game. So they might be against it. But I would love that. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys want to see Blade and Soul S and Blade and Soul 2, Ion 2, all those mobile games, like how they play and everything, I will leave a link below in the description from RenderMats. I love his channel. He actually showcased all the mobile games. Some of them looked ridiculous, but yeah, they're mobile games, all of them. That's just a sad fact. So I can leave that in the description below if you want to actually watch some footage of them, see what they're about. Maybe, you know, get your phone ready, play them, because that's kind of the future, I guess. But I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you guys for all the support. Sub to the channel if you haven't. And I'm out with a new video very soon.